Hi guys, Ali Taylor down here at Heron's Reach, and today I'm going to be testing the new Callaway Big Bertha B21 irons. Right, so there's definitely been a lot of hype about the new B21 driver, its ability for fast ball speeds, maybe getting rid of that slice, maybe even getting you drawing the golf ball. But I actually think from the new B21 range, it's actually the irons that are potentially the most interesting product. So in today's video, I'm going to hit just a couple of shots with 4-iron, 7-iron and pitching wedge at my speed, which clearly most golfers out there aren't swinging at my speed. I'm also then going to hit some shots with each club at a slower swing speed. We're going to have a closer look at the head, and then I'm going to talk about some of the claims that Callaway are making about this new iron. We're going to see, do they deliver those claims at my speed, but more importantly, at those slower speeds for a more of a distance iron, are Callaway going to deliver on their claims? So you look at the Big Bertha iron from the back, we can see a little bit of tungsten down in the bottom, so that's definitely going to help get that ball launching up in the air. The loft on the 7-iron is 29 degrees, so it's very, very strong. We've got a badge in the back that's definitely going to act as a little bit of a dampener, so improve that sound and feel. When we look at it down behind the golf ball, it's a big old chunky top line. You know, definitely looks like a power iron behind the golf ball, and a nice wide sole. So again, Callaway claiming kind of better interaction with the ground, and certainly with that wide sole going to help get the ball up in the air. Right then, so let's look at some of the claims on the website from Callaway. So the first Big Bertha iron designed with AI, so artificial intelligence helping with the design of these clubs. If you're looking for more distance, and the Big Bertha B21 irons are here to give it you. They're engineered for players who want fast ball speed, high launch, straight shots, and a new level of confidence. So that's quite a start, isn't it? Impressive. Right, so as we scroll further down, faster ball speeds with the first AI designed Big Bertha irons. So we've got the flash face cup, we've got 360 face cup, improved turf interaction, but we're talking about generating more spin as well. So I think the problem for a lot of golfers is when they're getting into those irons with those stronger lofts. So we're looking at the 4-iron at 19 degrees, the 7-iron at 29, and the pitching wedge at 43. So I don't doubt we're going to see some really quick ball speeds. Therefore, smash factors should be really, really good, even on off-center strikes. But Callaway claiming that we're going to see more backspin on the ball. Now, for me, this shouldn't be an issue because I'm going to generate lots of height. So when the golfer has less club head speed, you generally see that they don't get that peak height as much, so that's where we rely on a little bit more backspin to get the ball to stop. So it'll be interesting to put the B21 through their paces and see if it delivers on everything that Callaway have said there on the website. Right guys, so at my speed, I'm just going to hit a couple of shots with each iron, have a look at some numbers, because I'd still expect to see kind of what Callaway are talking about even with my speed. So even though these aren't aimed necessarily at me, I'm going to see how they are at my speed, and then like I said, I'll go back and I'll hit some more shots at lower club head speed and see if we still optimize kind of ball speed, backspin, distance and accuracy. Now whether accuracy is club or me, maybe comment below and you let me know whether it's me or the club. Right, so 7-iron, let's have a couple of good ones. Felt a little bit out the toe, but certainly going to fly okay. And I think it does feel quick off the face, and it does feel, still feels hard I think off the face. So even though I mentioned about that badge in the back acting as a bit of a dampener, I still don't think this is necessarily going to be a soft feeling golf club. And again, not too bad, fairly straight. So we see straight off the back there, we could see the first one was out the toe, second one was out the middle. Now if you look at the carry distances up the side, not a massive amount of difference in there, to be honest. And then when we go as the averages, 167 carry, 88 club speed, 120 ball speed, a reasonable smash factor with 6,000 spin. And how optimum is it for a 7-iron at 29 degrees? So my ball speed was down a little bit, me launching the ball high. So that's not a bad thing, but definitely generating lots and lots of backspin there. And that ultimately is what's stopping the ball go as far as it should do. So maybe with the 7-iron, the extra control, we're just sacrificing a little bit of spin. Right, so that moves me into pitching wedge. So again, big, chunky, screaming out distance. Again, feels quick off the club face. And we can see there, just under that 130 carry, which is pretty much what we'd expect. Let's go one more with the wedge. And again, felt solid. Straight towards the target. Again, so we can see the yardage up the left-hand side, nice and consistent. What were the contacts like? So the average strike was really, really good, 130 carry. We see that not really finishing much off its pitch mark. A really good smash factor with a pitching wedge. So we can see there lots and lots of ball speed, certainly more than we were expecting. Launching lower and spin not unhealthy at 8.3, but would kind of be hoping for a little bit more. Right, so that moves me into 4-iron. So at 19 degree loft, very, very strong. Felt good. So good strike, just turning over a little bit. See 220, 238. So that was long for a 4-iron. Let's go one more. And it does, as a long iron, it looks really, really easy to hit. Obviously, I've got enough speed to get the ball in the air. And we can see there with those two shots, pretty solid strikes. So we'll look at the average carry, 217, 233 total, smash factor of nearly 1.5, lack of loft helping, but lots and lots of spin at 3,500. So we can see for 19 degrees, still launching really high at 13.3. Ball speed drops off a little bit as a result of that, but still spinning really, really well and absolutely optimum for the distance I should be hitting a 4-iron. Right, so it was good. I mean, for me there, kind of 4-iron and 7-iron, really spinning a lot for kind of stronger lofted irons. Maybe the pitching wedge not quite spinning as much as I would like to see, but still pretty good at 8.3. But like I said, I think it's going to be more likely that golfers slower club head speeds that need to get the ball up, but I think it is important that you can stop the ball. So I'm going to hit, again, a couple of shots with each club, really take a lot of speed out and see if we still maintain those characteristics. Okay, so first 7-iron. Felt solid. It's flown decently. That one maybe a little bit quicker through the bottom. So we look at the average there. Again, 133 carry, 146 total. Much slower club head speed, still a really impressive smash factor, and still nearly 5,000 spin. And we see at that slower swing speed there, optimum for launch angle, ball speed, spin rate and height. So really, really performing very, very well at that slower swing speed. Right, so 7-iron was really, really good at the slower swing speed. So let's move into pitching wedge. Again, felt good. Definitely looks like it still gets the ball in the air nicely. Again, even a very strong loft there, it definitely looks like the ball's getting up. Let's look at those numbers for pitching wedge and see at the slower swing speed, do we still see that real optimal performance? So carry at just under 110, again we can see the ball not really going forward very much, decent smash factor, so very good again for pitching wedge, and 8,000 spin. So we can see there, really quick ball speed, launching low, which is not completely unexpected at 43 degrees. 8,000 spin though, so incredibly close to where we're looking at, and still 67 feet. So we can see very, very close to being absolutely optimal for the pitching wedge. Right, so definitely compared to a lot of the distance irons out there, I'm actually super impressed with the backspin that's being generated there, because normally less loft, obviously gets lots of ball speed, but generally sacrifice some backspin to do that. But definitely in 7-iron and wedge, seeing some really, really good spin numbers. Now it's definitely when we get into the longer irons that most slower swinging golfers struggle, potentially quicker swinging golfers as well. But a 4-iron at 19 degrees, you can completely see why there's no 3-iron in this set, because really this should have a 3 on the bottom. But let's hit a couple of slower ones with 4-iron and just see, do we still maintain that level of optimized performance that we got with the 7 and wedge? So definitely much, much lower. Much, much lower. I have definitely just left the club face open a little bit there, which has got the ball up in the air. But again, they didn't feel the best strikes, which again I think is important. You know, I don't think anyone that's potentially putting B21 4-iron in the bag is hitting it out of the middle of the club every time. So again, let's look at those couple of shots, see how they performed. Right, so we can see there, carry 168, total 192, so really, really rolling out a lot. Now, a great smash factor at 1.44, spin rate lower, which I would expect with less club head speed, but still pretty good at nearly 3,200. And if we look there, definitely less things optimized. So definitely launching a bit higher, which the second one will have definitely launched higher, but ball speed not a million miles off where we should be. Spin rate really, really good, and still getting a really good average height on those couple of shots. Right then guys, so the Callaway Big Bertha B21 irons. We looked at what Callaway were promising before. So quick ball speeds, did we see that? Yes. Was that to be expected? Absolutely. When we're getting into those stronger lofts, we're always going to see more ball speed, which then potentially means more distance. The really important thing that I thought we needed to check though was the spin numbers enough? So generally speaking, less lofted clubs produce less spin, but also as a golfer swings slower, there's less friction between the club and ball, so again the spin drops off. But even at the slower speeds there, we saw pretty good ball speed, really good spin, good distances, and just all in all, a very, very good performing iron. So as ever though guys, if you're looking for a new set of irons, you need to get along, in my opinion, get fitted, hit some clubs side by side, see what performs best for you. And then if you get something that's right in your bag, you shouldn't really be looking to change irons for a few years unless as a player you improve and change the way you deliver the club quite a lot. But if you are somebody who's looking for more distance but retaining that control of the ability to land the ball on the green and stop it, B21 is definitely an iron you should be considering. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you have enjoyed today's content and you don't currently subscribe, please consider clicking the button below, ring the notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.